Facebook page for our weekly Stitch Social. We do this every single week on Fridays at noon Eastern Standard Time, and it's just really fun to get together with you guys and do some stitching, do some chatting, and hear what you guys have been up to this week. So if you are here, make sure that you come in and say hello and tell me what you are working on and tell me where you're from. I love to. Hey, we're gonna go get Megan at this house in, where are we, Ohio?
We are in Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, we're gonna go
Oh,
get
she's
Megan.
coming out the door.
Let's get her. Oh, it's Megan! It's Megan, everyone! Hi! It's so good.
To watch this all day, literally all day.
I just wanted to invite you to Whip Wednesday tonight at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, where my guest for this evening will be Michelle from Two Brothers Blankets. Can't wait to see you guys there. for those who are wondering. Hi, Marie. Nice to see you. Hi, Carol. Carol says hi to Daisy. Anne says hello. Joanna says usually you're only just getting off work at 8, so this is over by the time you get here. I'm glad that you made it. Francis says hi to Daisy. I'm glad you liked your tulip plant. Oh, Daisy is the best, guys. Daisy is literally the best. That social media community.
Okay, so yeah, at the beginning, when I first started, it was Facebook. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
And that's all I did. I did Facebook and I did Ravelry, and that was it, and that was enough.
Yeah.
So then, let me see, 2017, yeah, probably about 2 years ago, end of 2016, into 2017, I started to see a drop in engagement on Facebook and drop in sales, and I was like, oh man, what's going on? And so then I realized all the algorithm and all that. And
Hey guys, so I am doing an unboxing of this giant thing of Lion Brand yarn. So I'm going to be making something for Crochet Magazine for next year. So sometimes what happens is for publications like a big magazine like that, you basically have to design a year out, so a year in advance. And it's really exciting, but it's also kind of hard to wait that long for things, but it's still really fun to do. So let's take a look at what Lion Brand Yarn sent me for this design. Question and answer portion of the vlog. I'm so excited that you guys joined me once again for a week of really fun behind the scenes on this video. So I have a few questions that came through. What is the hardest part about your job? What's the hardest part about it? I'd say the hardest part is just basically juggling all of the deadlines. So because I do social media and I work a city job and I do designing, just keeping track of all of those deadlines and filming as well, filming for Annie's Creative Studio. There's always a due date looming, and so I just have to make sure that I keep on top of those things and make sure that I don't fall behind. So I'd say that's probably the hardest part. How did you get started in managing social media? I actually applied for a job with Happily Hooked magazine and started as an entry-level position for social media, and then kind of worked my way up. And then I got picked up by Annie's, and I've been doing it for the past few years. So it's been really fun for me, and I enjoy it. And it's really interesting for me to learn about how to make things grow. So I just really like the technical aspect of it. And I kind of treat it like a video game where I feel like I need to figure out how to, you know, improve the score and how to win. So so it's really fun for me to be able to do that. Let's see here. How do you decide what to work on next? And that one's from Teal Spin. A lot of the times it's basically just a commission. So whoever has asked me to make something, whether it be one of my bosses at Annie's for Crochet Magazine, or for Annie's Signature Designs, or Annie's Creative Studio, or, you know, a commission from another company, maybe a yarn company, I usually just follow the commissions and kind of do them accordingly based on their due date. So sometimes there's a little bit of leeway in terms of what I'm designing, but most of the time it's very outlined in terms of, you know, they're looking for a certain kind of blanket, or they're looking for a garment, or, you know, things like that. And a lot of the times they have a specific yarn in mind already. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it for me, and I just basically get to design within those parameters. So I find that really enjoyable. I have a lot of fun with it. How do you stay focused on your whips? You're finding you lose focus and you can't finish sometimes. Again, the deadlines really keep me motivated, because if I fall behind, then it's going to be a domino effect where it affects other projects that I have due. So that's very motivating for me. So maybe if you're finding that you are maybe giving up on your whips, maybe set yourself a deadline to finish it, and if you have a set date, it might give you a little bit more motivation in terms of finishing it, rather than just saying, you know, I'm going to make this and whenever it's done, it's done. Hopefully that helps. This one is, this one's from Cassandra at And She Laughs. Where do you get your nails done? But for everyone else, what's your favorite color? So Cassandra, I go to the Darling Nails in the Roundhouse Center and only local people will know what that means. But my favorite nail color is all of the blacks and grays. I love them so much, and I'm probably going to change to black soon once the fall really starts to kick in. But because I do a lot of filming for Creative Studio, for Annie's Creative Studio, I feel a little bit guilty about having black nails all year round. So right now they're kind of like a pale pink with a sparkle nail, and I switch it up every once in a while. I try to keep it more seasonal if I can, but luckily my bosses are really kind, and you know, they'll be really open to different nail polish colors. And the long pointy nails went over well this year for Knit and Crochet Now on PBS, so that made me really happy. I did offer to take them off, but my bosses were okay with it, so that was a win. Let's see here. Do you have any irrational fears? I do, and this one's from Katie and the Squid. I'm actually really afraid of crustaceans, so crabs and lobsters. And I have been ever since I was a little girl. I had this recurring nightmare when I was little of those blue cookie tins that people usually end up using as sewing tins with all of their sewing paraphernalia in them. And I had this recurring dream where crabs would start bumping inside and like denting it from the inside, and then just a sea of crabs would come out, just an impossible amount that, you know, would never logically fit into this cookie tin, and they would just spill out all over the table and then come for me, and they were impossibly fast. And so ever since I was a little girl, I'm terrified of crabs. I don't like the way that they move. I don't like the way they look. I can't eat seafood. It's very irrational. I don't even live near crabs in any fashion. I live near the Detroit River. There's no crabs. I don't know. It's just one of those ones. I just find them super creepy. So the great question though. This one is from Heidi Walker 3. How do you avoid injury from overuse of your hands? I try to take breaks as much as possible when I'm crocheting and knitting. If I find that my hand's starting to hurt, then I definitely have to stop for a little while. But using ergonomic hooks, if you're a crocheter, that's a very important part of why I can crochet for longer. So definitely take a look at your hooks, and if you're finding that you're getting hand pain, maybe look into some ergonomic hooks, so something that has a little bit of a fatter handle to it. There's all kinds of different ones. I prefer Furls crochet hooks. Those are my favorite, but again, there's all kinds of different styles and brands that you can go with. And we'll do one more. How long after you first started crocheting until you felt confident, also with pattern reading? It's definitely a learning process at all times. There's even times now where I learn something new just from trying a new technique, or maybe just, you know, stepping outside your comfort zone a little bit. So any kind of art form is definitely an ongoing learning process, whether it be painting or drawing or crocheting or knitting. So definitely practice makes perfect, and don't be afraid, like I said, to step outside your comfort zone and try something new. So maybe if you're a little bit intimidated by a garment, try, you know, making something that's on the beginner scale from a pattern that you think you might be interested in. If it doesn't work out, then, you know, at least you tried, but you're definitely not going to get better unless you you know, try to improve your skills. So definitely practice makes perfect. It's such a cliche, but it's one of those ones that is grounded in reality and in truth. So definitely keep practicing. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's vlog. I hope that you enjoyed it. I am so excited to be able to do this with you guys, and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. I am so excited to see this channel grow each week, and I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for this vlog from CoCo Crochet Lee. Be sure to check me out on Instagram to see all of the amazing pictures and projects that I am working on a daily basis. And be sure to ask any questions if you have any for next week's vlog. I'll bring them up every single week. And I'd love for you guys to subscribe and to share this around. Sprinkle it a little bit everywhere if you can. I'd really appreciate it. See you next time.